welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different, as you can tell by the title of the video, and I think it's still relevant to beauty. It's just not necessarily about makeup. I'm talking about beauty on our body. I'm talking about weight loss. So as you guys know and you've noticed in different videos, I've lost weight, and that has generated all these questions, and everybody wants to know what I did and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And I really don't have like this miracle thing to share with you guys. I wish that I did, and I wish it was that easy, but I really debated on how I wanted to make this video, and I am not here, you know, in my workout clothes to show you exactly what I did. And I don't have like this secret 4-day plan where you're gonna lose all this weight. I'm just here to really talk to you about my experience with losing weight and kind of my thought process and what I actually did to lose weight. So I've lost about 25 pounds, and for me that is a lot of weight. I'm not gonna lie. And it pretty much started when I just realized that I was unhappy with myself. And I wasn't necessarily unhappy because I was overweight. I was just unhappy, and because of that I gained weight. So it's a very emotional thing, I think, to talk about when it comes to weight loss, and the way that people talk about it with other people. I think you have to be very, very delicate and handle it with a lot of care, because weight loss is a very powerful emotional thing for girls especially, and I know it is for me, so this is kind of hard for me to talk about. But it really came to a point where I knew that I needed to make a change, because I was so unhappy and there were so many other things going on in my life, and I knew that I wanted to take control of what was going on in my life. And if there's one thing that I can control, I thought, in my life, it's what I put into my body and how I treat my body. So that's where I was just like, I need to do something. So I first started with how I was eating, but I knew that it had to be a lifestyle change. I didn't want to just do a diet and then, you know, continue eating all crazy and, you know, having these bad habits. I wanted to make a lifestyle change. I obviously was eating more than I should be eating, and the things that I was eating were just not, and at any rate, they were not good at all. So I looked into the paleo diet, and it's not really a diet, it's kind of just like a philosophy of the way that you eat. It's pretty much geared as an anti-inflammatory diet, because a lot of people who have, you know, anti-inflammatory diseases, they go on this diet and it really, really helps them. But it's also really great just in general, because there's so many good benefits to it, and you can just really tell a difference in your life and your body, and how your body reacts to it when you go on this diet. So I looked into it, and I really did the research, and I started eating like this, because it's a great diet, because you don't starve yourself. You're pretty much still eating, but you're not eating those things. You're not eating things that can make your body inflamed. And pretty much that is where you eat like you are a caveman, where you don't eat anything that is man-made. So bread, you know how bread has flour and water and chemistry, and it turns into this beautiful, amazing thing that tastes so delicious that you want to eat it every day. You don't have any bread, you don't have any rice, you don't have any beans, and there's a lot of other things that you don't eat. We don't eat any grains, we don't eat bread, no pasta, no legumes, no beans, nothing processed, nothing with corn, no corn oil. I mean, you can Google it, and I'm pretty sure somebody out there can explain it better than I can, but it's what I started doing. I started eating paleo, and I just really started eating a lot more protein and more meat, more fish, and not that much chicken, a little bit less pork, that kind of thing. So I started that for about a month, and it was really, really hard. I'm telling you, like, I'm Hispanic. I eat rice every single day of my life. I love tortillas. I'm Salvadoran, so I like pupusas, and I like cheese and all these things, and it was just really, really difficult. But let me tell you, a month went by and I survived, and then another month went by and I survived, and I knew that I could tell in my body that there was a difference already, and I just wanted to keep going with it. So it's hard at first if you're gonna ever go on the paleo diet, but it gets better, and it becomes it becomes part of how you are. Like, you don't even miss it that much anymore. That much, you heard me? But yeah, and I noticed immediately that I lost weight, like without even trying. I was still eating food, but it wasn't, you know, it was paleo, so I lost weight immediately, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. So people noticed. They were like, oh, you're looking a little thinner. So once that happened, I was like, you know what, I can do better than this. I know that I can put a little bit more effort into my body. So I started looking into actually working out, and for me that was just like, I'm never gonna be able to do this. I don't know how people do it. I follow people on Instagram all the time that have these beautiful bodies and have these great Instagram accounts where they're like, yeah, work out, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I can never get my butt off that chair. So I started really with little things, little goals. And I started at work. You know, I work 9 to 5, and I take this elevator all day, every day for no reason, when I can literally take the stairs and feel a little bit better about myself. So I started taking the stairs up and down, and you know, I started to notice a difference. Like, those stairs, let me tell you, I started feeling it in my butt, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, my butt looks a little bit better. So I started doing that and walking, and then I started running. Not running too much, because I used to love to run when I was in high school, but definitely like a mile here and there. I started doing P90. I have the P90 videos, the DVDs I mean, and I do the cardio one, and I started doing that once a week, and little by little, just to get yourself into that routine of actually sweating and feeling tired and getting your stamina up, because I was at like I just couldn't do anything. I couldn't do it at all. I couldn't do anything at all without like really like feeling like I was about to pass out. And then I kind of created my own like circuit routine, and what that is, it's basically like a routine that you do when you want to work out. And I figured out that what I really wanted to do was tone up my body. I didn't want to necessarily drop weight instantly or gain all this muscle or anything, because I'm a pretty muscular chick, you know, like I know my body, and I know that I will never be paper thin, and I know that I will never be, you know, super bulky, but I do have me on me, so I wanted to tone that up. So I started pretty much with just a circuit routine, a circuit workout where I focused more on my legs and on my butt and on my arms and on my back, and I found a really good one on this Instagram page, and I'll leave the link for you guys down below if you want to check it out. But it really helped me figure out exactly what I liked about the routine, and from there I kind of picked and choose exactly the kind of things that I do. I do a lot of squats, I do a lot of lunges, I do a lot of jumping squats and jumping lunges, which are a lifesaver. Like, they hurt, but I'm telling you, they will perk up your butt like nobody's business. They really, really work. I started doing push-ups and different things on the actual floor, like on a mat, and I just noticed a lot of improvement in my body when I started doing those things. So I think that it's definitely, you really have to get to the point where you want to make a change in your life in order for anything to stick. You really have to be in a good place mentally in order to be like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna stick with it. And like I said, it was not easy. I still struggle to this day with it, because obviously it's something that is kind of hard for me to talk about, because, you know, you just don't like to look back and be like, damn, I was so unhappy. But I was, and I'm okay with that. I can look back and be like, yeah, thank God that I made a change. What else was I gonna say? Oh, and I still am eating paleo for the most part, but I do allow myself like a cheat weekend or a cheat day where I just don't restrict myself from, you know, that kind of food altogether. If anything, I've limited very, very little of it in my life. Like, I don't do junk food at all, but I was never really a person who liked junk food to begin with. Like, I never go to McDonald's, I never go to a fast food restaurant. I just don't like those kind of foods to begin with. So that's a good thing for me. I've just learned portion control. Like, I eat to where I feel satisfied, not to where I feel like I'm about to like pass out. I'm so full. And I just drink a lot of water, and I definitely upped my vegetable intake. That also helps a lot because you need those veggies in your life. And I'm telling you, when you start eating paleo and you start eating all these veggies, like your skin perks up, your hair just gets nicer, and it's just such a big difference. So that is all pretty much that I did to lose the weight, and the things that I'm still continuing to do to keep the weight off. But yeah, and I want to say, like, I work out from home. I don't have a membership to a gym. I probably eventually will get a membership to a gym, but at this point, like, it's more convenient for me to work out when I want to and when I have time, where I don't have to go somewhere else to work out and follow their schedule, you know, with what hours are open or whatever. So this is what's been working for me for now, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, I think that's all that I pretty much have to say. This is such a weird video, guys. I'm sorry, but it's been requested several times, so I just thought I'd go ahead and do a video on it. I don't know if this is going to be helpful to anybody, but I hope that you learned something. I don't know. And anyways, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.